This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to...
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, takes to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks his hard tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click. Boom! What's going on, faithful? Nothing But Niners crew is back. Guys, we are here to talk some shit about the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo, man. Breezy, did we go through formalities? We just jump right into this, man. This will have to be a long show, but I feel like the Niners faithful, I feel like we got some shit on our chest we just got to get off, man. What are you thinking right now? Oh, I can't hear you, bro.
My bad. They know the formalities by heart, bro, man. There's no need to kick them off. Let's just jump right in since Jimmy ain't jumping right out. Let's go ahead and do this, man.
So listen, man, a lot has happened in the last 24 hours when it comes to the quarterback carousel, man. Matt Ryan moves on over there to the Colts. That was the top landing spot for the freaking Jimmy Garoppolo trade, right? That's what we were looking for. And then, like, before you could finish reading the tweet, the Falcons go ahead and sign Marcus Mariota. Then Jameis Winston gets signed over there to the Saints. And now there's one team that needs a quarterback, and there's only one quarterback left available. It is Baker Mayfield, a more desirable guy than Jimmy Garoppolo at this point. I mean, and then the one team that still needs a quarterback is in the division. Unless you believe those Houston Texans aren't sold on Davis Mills. I don't know how to feel, man, Breezy. I'm all over the place, man. What the hell happened today, man? Did the 49ers just completely lose all leverage?
They've been lost the leverage. I told you on March 1st they lost the leverage, Mike. And you know, you and I went back and forth. We can go check the episode. Right when I sit there and said that this shoulder injury was going to hinder the trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. Why? Because it's a daggone shoulder surgery. And Mike, what did you say? Oh, it's minor. It's not going to do this. It's not going to do that. I know we said it first because we talked about that situation right there. And now the reports are coming out saying that, oh, the coach didn't want to do.
Teams are scared off by this surgery. They don't want a new quarterback in a new system, and he's going to miss the entire offseason. That's what they said. Goddamn it.
We only know what we're talking about, right? Like I don't understand why we don't get the credit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it because we don't have the sources, or ESPN is not by our name, or Fox? Like, I'm trying to figure the check mark. Even if you know what, we shouldn't need a check mark. We shouldn't even need that. We sit there and tell you the way it is, the way we see it. The one thing I love about Nothing But Niners is you're gonna get 4 perspectives every single time, and they're all going to be uniquely different or unique, however you want to look at it. And that's the one thing I love about our show. We don't sit there and agree. Now, we might find ways to agree based off certain points that you say, but that doesn't mean we sit there and agree with it wholeheartedly. We knew Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be an issue. He's been an issue for this team for the past 2 years. All right. We knew he was injury prone once he started going down, getting all these knick-knack injuries. The 2020 season let y'all know right then and there the 49ers should have walked away from Jimmy Garoppolo. They could have cut him, and they decided not to because they didn't want to eat, $7 million? I think that's what it was, but it would have hit the cap in 2020. And then you figure right now in 2021, and then all of a sudden, now in 2022, guess where we are? We're back to cutting Jimmy Garoppolo. And the question is, are we going to cut him? That's the question, because nobody knows the answer.
It's not looking like it, man. You know, the crazy thing with all of this is the Niners had me fooled, man. I felt like the Niners were in prime position, man. They were waiting. Cars coming, guys. Get out the street.
Get out
Get
the
her,
street.
get her shoe.
Get out the street, kids.
Of course, it's time to get out the street in a rush. She loses her shoe in the middle of the street.
Of course.
My kid, it's like something out of a bad movie.
You could buy a new shoe though. Just let
No. My son went and got it. So they're out of the street now. The truck's driving by nice and slow. My man's respectful. I like it. He waved. All right, cool. But like, man, I was really believing the Niners had the master plan.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like the Niners believed what they told us about Jimmy Garoppolo for the last couple of years. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I believe that they believe that.
I believe that too. I do.
I believe that they believed it. Not that I believe that he is, but I believe that they believed it. And if that's the case, you can't move him to the NFC because I just don't have it.
I disagree. I don't think that they believed it. I think they wanted us to make believe that we believed it so that they can make the other teams believe what they saw and they believed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that's what they were doing.
If we can get the fans to buy into it, then we can get outsiders to buy into it.
And here's the thing, a lot of teams, a lot of fans and content creators from these other groups, they watch Jimmy Garoppolo and they just come out and say he's straight trash.
He's garbage. They say it. They don't bite their tongue.
It's the same stuff we be saying.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get ridiculed and put on the cross for calling our starting quarterback garbage. The mother freaker was garbage, bro. There was nothing he did right. He stopped throwing quick throws right. That's when you knew his time was up. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy's strength is the quick game. Jimmy could come out here and throw quick darts all day. Yeah. When they started putting 8 or 9 people in the box, what happened to them quick darts? I'm sorry, man. I feel like I don't get this loud on my show because I got to keep the peace. So I get to come on your show and get loud. My bad.
It's okay, man. It's all right. Big Des chimes in. Thanks for the contribution. He says it's all bad. Not Jimmy's fault. The brass has effed this up. Every time Niners get cute on the field or off, they get burned. So smart till they stupid. Now let's talk about that here. He says something that I think is very interesting here. Not Jimmy's fault. The brass effed this up. Now, this is going to be
no, because I agree. First, before you give your, I just want Big Des to know I agree 100%. But y'all not going to like my take on it. But go ahead, Mike.
Well, that's what I was going to say is, at what point do we say that the team messed this up? Because I think the team did a good job when, Jimmy came in.
He said the brass. I'm not thinking team.
Okay. I was going to say, because I think that all right, guys, out the street. Everybody out the street. I think that the team, so you're right, he did say brass, meaning front office. But here's where I think the front office messed up. The team went out and they did their thing. Jimmy got back to his winning ways. No matter what, find a way to win.
He did.
Right? Trey Lance comes in for that game. He wins that game right before the trade deadline.
Yeah,
and that was their moment to strike right there.
Yeah, they scared the bejesus. Trey Lance winning that Houston game. He wasn't even set up to win that game. Can we call a spade, Mike?
Come on, man. Hey, look, let me put the good son in my face. You go ahead and get on your. I'm gonna get there with you.
So the one thing I love about you, bro, is you go back and rewatch the game about 14 times. Me 3, you 14. Like you get 14 takes from the same game because you like that. It's like you could go and rewatch a movie over and over again. After the second time, I'm knocked out. You sat there and rewatched this game, and I know you sat there and saw stuff that wasn't supposed to happen that ended up happening. Trey went out and took that game in his own matters and won that game. I don't think Trey was set up to win again, just like he wasn't set up to win in that Arizona game. Now, go ahead. Now, I will say that it was a better game call for Trey Lance, but that was the moment that the 49ers could have not looked back. And even if we went into LA and lost that game, I would have still been fine with Trey Lance. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even if we went to LA and lost the game, no one's giving Trey credit for beating Houston, because without that win, LA game don't matter. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
I'm not going to disrupt your train of thought. I'm going to pause it just for a second because I'm going to let you keep going. I just wanted to say why people don't give Trey Lance credit for that Houston game. You know what they say? It was just Houston. Houston had just scored 40-something points and 31 points in the game. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like the Niners, they had to get ready to go out there and play that boy. But then the same people will turn around and say, well, look how good Davis Mills looked at the end of the season. And I sit there and say, well, look at the competition. They say, oh, no. He just got better as the year went on. But who did he play those last 5 games? No one talks about that, though. So I'm going to shut up. It's Trey. When you're trying to give Trey Lance props, it was just Houston. They don't have faith in Trey Lance, though. That's why they're keeping Jimmy around. That's the conspiracy theory going around.
That's the conspiracy theory going around.
You know what I'm saying? The Niners still don't have faith in Trey. They were never going to trade Jimmy. They have trade offers. They holding on to him. They're not going to trade Jimmy at all. They don't want to do that. They don't have faith in Trey, and so because of that, they holding on to Jimmy. So I'm gonna shut up. You can go ahead back where you were. But it's just weird to me that
I want to finish talking about the Big Dad's comment because he said the brass, and so I'm gonna tell you this is the moment when I said, "OS, this might not go in the favor of the 49ers." Mm-hmm. The moment Jed York told Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch that if you say that this kid needs time to develop, I'm paraphrasing it, but if you say that this kid needs time to develop, I'm cool with taking care of Jimmy Garoppolo's salary. That's what he said. Salary meaning the remaining of his contract. That's what he said. That's what Jed York, the owner, came down, co-signed Jimmy Garoppolo to pay his money. I think that's when John Lynch.
That wasn't a mess up though. That was strategic value on a quarterback. That was chess.
It was chess, but it's backfiring, right? So see what I'm saying? Like it was strategic, Mike. I love the way you put that. But here's where it's backfiring. Jimmy Garoppolo got injured. Jimmy Garoppolo needs surgery. Jimmy Garoppolo can't get traded. And see, like, in hindsight, I mean, before you thought any of that to happen, you should have knew that Jimmy has a possibility of getting injured more than he does staying healthy, right? Like, I mean, his history of injuries show that. So why would he co-sign that? Why would you sign that insurance policy on a quarterback that you can get out of the contract and you don't go along with it? Like he literally green-lighted Kyle Shanahan. So we all last season came to the conclusion, Nick came out, you came out, we all said, you know what? Kyle playing with house money right now, and his clock on his contract, the extension isn't ticking yet until he puts in Trey Lance. So we all agreed on that, right? We all said that's what's really going on. And here we have the out in the contract where it's only going to cost the 49ers $1.4 million plus the injury settlement. So my theory is this: Jimmy Garoppolo won't be cut until after he passes the physical. Once he passes the physical, the 49ers will walk away from Jimmy Garoppolo. Until then, they're not paying that $7.5 million. They're just not. They're not paying any more money than they don't have to. Now, a lot of people are saying we're not going to be able to get any free agents. Listen to me, y'all. Just because there's a bunch of free agents out there with big names, they're not going anywhere. Why? The draft is coming up, and people going to want to get guys in the draft. Everybody don't have money that we think they have money. A lot of people spent money. So your Odell Beckhams, your those big names, even Armstead, he may be available. The dude from the Saints. Because he's older, they might go younger in the draft. You got to pay this older guy probably a substantial amount of money. He's a left tackle. Even he's probably going to be around. And I can see him going to a team that has a quarterback that they need to protect once they get through the draft. And so I think there's going to be free agents available. The 49ers will still be able to get that $25.5 million back, Mike. And once they do that, they'll go ahead and go on a little shopping spree with some of the pieces. And I don't see Tyrann Mathieu going anywhere right now because the draft is heavy. And so with that being said, he may end up still being a 49er. Yeah, I said it.
So that's the thing, man. A lot of people start to go into this panic mode about, oh my God, we can't get rid of Jimmy. The Niners have 2 more plays in their pocket. 3 technically. They have 3. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you guys my petty. Well, first let me respond to the brass messed this up. I like Jed York coming out saying what he said. Hey, if we need to develop Lance and I'm willing to pay the rest of Jimmy's contract. If we need him, that's fine. If they think that's the best course of action, I'm okay with that. You know what that did? That told the whole NFL, hey, they're not in a rush to move him. Don't think that y'all gonna come in here and sucker us with some BS trade. Hey, we'll get you Jimmy right now for a 3rd round pick. No. I like this guy. I'm willing to pay this guy. So chill. Now where they messed up was that injury, and then the other injury, and then the timing of that surgery. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's when shit started to backfire on him, right? Oh my God, Jimmy's got this thumb injury on his throwing hand, and he's gonna need surgery for it. Then he goes out there and he plays the rest of the year. Well, what happened to that? Then it was the shoulder thing. Okay, well it's in the shoulder surgery. Let's go ahead and get injury. Let's get surgery on that. Go that way. So it's like, all right, well now what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they wait to get the surgery done. Now let's just say for a second. The brass messed that up. That's cool. I understand that because I think that the optimal time to trade him was as soon as Trey Lance won that game. They should have found somebody that was the week before the trade deadline. No. The trade deadline was over by then, right?
Yes.
Wasn't the trade deadline? It was over by then. Yeah. It was the other game. What game did Trey Lance go in there for?
He went in week 16 or. Oh, you talk about that game. Oh, okay.
Cardinals game, right? And now it was clear Trey Lance wasn't ready, or that style of offense wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they couldn't quite get into their groove like that. So that maybe that's why the team decided not to do it.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But remember, Jimmy was hurt at that moment.
Right.
And so all of a sudden,
now you can't trade him then at that. Yo, did he fake an injury?
Yo, you don't remember me saying that game hurt, bro?
Did he fake that injury because the deadline was coming up? I don't want to get traded. And then he has this other injury, and then he opts for the surgery later. Hold up, man. We unpacking something here, man. Hold on a second, Breezy.
He came back in the Colts game, had a bad game, right? And then he went out. That was the game at home. It was raining, and Carson Wentz had his way, right? And then he had a monstrous game in Chicago, and everybody was like, "That's the Jimmy we talking about." That motherfucker Jimmy been playing chess too, bro.
He been out there playing the Niners like a fiddle, huh? Now here's where he messed up, because if I'm the Niners, I'm getting petty too. Now listen to my petty theory here, okay?
I'm with it.
So you're going out for this surgery at the worst time possible. Teams don't want to get you in their system if you can't go out there and throw passes, right? So this is what we're going to do now. Since you wanted to do that to us, we're not going to trade you because we can't. But if you want us to cut you, you're still wrong. We're not going to cut you until every single team has paid money for another quarterback.
So
then we'll cut you. Because
then he can't get a job.
Hey, get out of the street. Get the bike.
If you do that, he can't get a job.
Exactly.
But they still can't. They still shouldn't do that until after he clears the physical.
They'll clear the physical because his time is June. You wait till August when preseason starts, and then you get rid of his ass because we already secured our backup. He got the guaranteed contract. We got that stuff though.
I like
and
this.
They can go out and get somebody else if they want to. We know Trey Lance is the starter. We know that Suffield is at least the backup. At least the backup. You know what I'm saying? We can draft somebody. And you're done that surgery recovery. You think you screwed us? That 7.5 that you thought you were going to get? No, sir. There's no guarantees. We can cut Jimmy week 1 if we want to. We can cut him week 1 right before kickoff.
I like that a lot, actually.
And he won't get a dime. We'll save that $25.5 million, bro. Now, that if I'm petty, if that's what I think the Jimmy team did to us, I'm doing that to them.
Absolutely, 100%.
Now, y'all can call me whatever y'all want. Y'all call me whatever kind of conspiracy theorist. It's fine. But I'm telling you, that's how I would react. If you want to go real for real with me, as this team did nothing but right by Jimmy Garoppolo his whole tenure here. They backed him publicly. They had every player saying Jimmy's the guy, Jimmy's the guy. Answers are in house. We were sitting there at 3-5, and everyone was saying fire Kyle, fire Lynch, and they saying, hey, we got the answers in house. We got this. We believe in Jimmy. George Kittle, Jimmy's my guy. Jimmy's my guy. Every Debo, Jimmy's my guy. Jimmy's my guy. They even had Debo bad-mouthing Trey Lance out the side of his mouth. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he gonna get better. He needs more time. Like, nah, like everybody else is saying, oh, Trey Lance look really good. Trey Lance look really good. Debo was like, well, he'll get better with time. You know, he's got to grow into that professional and Like, who are you? Like, what are you, a life coach, bro? You know what I'm saying? But like, I get it. I see what was happening. They were backing Jimmy. They backed Jimmy the whole time through every single injury. Through every injury, they backed Jimmy Garoppolo. And now all of a sudden, you want to do this to the team? Mm-hmm. To the team that made sure you got your money? To the team that carried you to the Super Bowl? That carried you to the NFC Championship game? That's how you want to do the team? Watch this. I'm going to cut your ass when everybody got 3 quarterbacks on their roster.
That's what they're going to have to do.
Eric says, get Lynch out of there and let Adam Peters take over. You think this is a Lynch call?
See, I don't know why they want to get, like, I don't think this is on Lynch. That's what I keep saying. Like, it's not on Lynch. You know what I mean? Like, this is Lynch does the general manager. All right, it's not on Lynch because Lynch only has but so much power. Right. I still think Kyle Shanahan run this team. I know sir. Lynch is the general manager, but Kyle runs the team. So if it's on Lynch, it's on Kyle Shanahan too. But I don't see nobody blaming Kyle. You get what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people out there blaming Kyle, though. I will tell you, there's people.
I haven't seen anybody blame Kyle, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Like Kyle likes. I saw a tweet today that said, "What the deal? Oh wait, was that in the group chat? Or was that a tweet? It said, they were like, oh, they're gonna cut Jimmy, and then the response was, cut Jimmy. Kyle didn't want to cut Nick Mullins or C.J. Beathard. You think they're gonna cut Jimmy?
Okay.
And I thought about that for a second. I was like, fuck, that hurt. Like that would hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw that one, I was like, they really didn't want to get rid of C.J. Beathard. They had opportunities to get rid of C.J. and they weren't about that life. You think they're gonna get rid of Jimmy?
Yeah, I really don't think that it has anything to do. I just don't think it's John and Kyle Shanahan. I really think that the Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy Garoppolo did this. Like this was a strategic move by him and his agent.
There it is. That's what Denise is saying here. Yep.
And I can't even knock Jimmy because he learned from us. Like, don't no one in the league play more chess than the 49ers, bro.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's like, all right, Jim. Like, I'm mad at Jimmy because he's clearly effing the team right now. Like, he is screwing the team royally, and the team can't get any better at this moment because they have to deal with him.
Let me try to shoot Jimmy some bail real quick with the timing of the season. That's where everyone is blaming Jimmy, right? Mm-hmm. He could have done it since the season was over. 90% of players have their vacations booked for right after the season being over, especially if they know they're not going to the Pro Bowl.
100%.
90% of them have plans to go out with their buddies or their significant others, whatever it is that they're doing right after the season's over. You know what I'm saying? Some tropical destination because it's wintertime here in the States, right? If I'm Jimmy, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not going for surgery when I got my vacation coming up either. That's the only bail I got for Jimmy, y'all. That's the only bail. Don't kill me. That's all I got for him. That's the only bail I got for him.
Well, people keep saying he could have done it sooner. He could have done it later too. Like, look, even if Jimmy would have did the surgery sooner, teams would still be feeling some type of. They would have came up with a different excuse. It still would have been the surgery.
That's what I think. Because, I'll be honest with you, bro. He's supposed to be back end of June, early July. He's not missing much.
He's missing what, a week of OT. He's missing the May camp, the OTAs in May, and he'll be back for spring training.
And he's doing minimal
training camp.
Right. He's doing minimal throw. They not even wearing pads during none of that shit.
And here's the thing: name what quarterbacks. I mean, unless they by choice, you know what I'm saying, or really young, go to those spring OT, go to them OTAs, bro.
Exactly.
So Jimmy Garoppolo is either that terrible that he need to be there, and I know it's a new team, but come on, man. Like usually teams implement the quarterback into the system. Like they integrate him into the system until he get a grasp of it. Kyle Shanahan did it. When Jimmy first came here, we ran plays that Jimmy was comfortable with, some Josh McDaniel stuff. Some bootleg to the left, bootleg to the right, hand fake to this, blah, 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 all that good crap. You know what I mean? So, like, come on, man. You telling me Jimmy can't do that on a different team?
Exactly. Come on, man. Tell your truth, man. Tell your truth. Martin Stewart says, this is some bull. Beep. Breezy got the sound effect.
Yeah.
And on point.
It is bull, Martin. It truly is bull, man. Like it really is. And when I wrote about the quarterback carousel for WebZone, I was sitting and I was just like, I literally imagined myself on a merry-go-round. You know what I mean? And I imagine like this whole Jimmy Garoppolo situation. Like, all right, is it our turn to get off? All right, is it our turn to get off? All right, it's our turn. Because it's like a never-ending thing until the power gets cut. You know what I mean? And so Jimmy, in a sense, we watched every quarterback. I'm talking free agent quarterbacks. I'm talking backup quarterbacks getting starting quarterback positions. I'm talking like guys that haven't, you know, if you read that last article I wrote, bro, I put the quarterbacks in there and I put where these new quarterbacks like Matt Ryan, he might be the next one to go. And then this and that and the third. And I put their wins and winning percentages in there. Right. Guess who was the number one quarterback with the winning percentage?
Jimmy Garoppolo, baby.
Jimmy freaking Garoppolo. So guess what doesn't matter? Wins.
Exactly. That's right.
Wins do not matter. They do not matter to these teams that are trying to build and compete because teams don't just want to win a game. They want to win the game. And name something Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't done.
Win the game.
Win the game. Win the game.
True hurts. True hurts, man. It really do. So listen, man. If you the Niners, what do you do? This ain't going to be a long show. I do have a quick announcement before you answer the question. We're going to wrap this thing up soon, right? I have a special guest. Y'all know I do my March Madness at midnight. I have a special guest. I'm not going to say who it is, but it is a former player of the 49ers. Currently in the NFL, coming on for the March Madness at midnight. Not tonight. Today's Monday. Not tomorrow night either. It's going to be Wednesday night. So for you for you West Coasters, it's going to be Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Nice.
No, I'm lying. It's tomorrow night. It's Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Okay, so that's tomorrow night. It's tomorrow night. So you guys, I got a special guest. I know I'll be doing these shows and everything. Make sure y'all come in there. It's 15 minutes, rapid fire questions. I will announce who the player is on tomorrow night's show. So that way, if you guys want to ask him specific questions, you can load them up in the queue. All right. Now, Breezy, we're going to get to a half an hour, wrap this thing up here. If you're the Niners, bro, what is your best way to navigate this situation? What do you do going forward? Let me before you answer that, I'm sorry. Would you trade him to Seattle if they call?
Absolutely. I don't think Jimmy's good enough to beat me. Hey, I'll tell you what. If Jimmy goes to Seattle, I think I tweeted this, and he beats Kyle Shanahan, Kyle's got to go. That motherfucker's got that Mickey Ficky, that mother got to go. Like, if he loses with Jimmy on the other side, bro, he's got to be out of there. There's no excuse. You know what? The 49ers got to win their division this year. They got to win the NFC West this year. Those are my expectations to win the NFC West. There's no excuses. Seattle's gone. The Rams you usually beat. And they lost one of their edge rushers, so I'm Gucci now. They ain't got a Von Miller, so you know what I mean? And Jimmy, and we don't have a quarterback standing like a statue in the pocket, so I'm really Gucci. So I ain't worried about the Rams. The only team that gives me nerves is the mother freaking Cardinals. But guess who they lost? Both edge rushers. So I'm even Guccier.
Yeah, I like that. I like it, man. Yeah, I would definitely send his ass over there, but I think it's weird that Pete Carroll would even look at Jimmy. So I think they're more likely to get Baker Mayfield than Jimmy Garoppolo.
You know, absolutely. I think that's the trade because Baker has a little bit more upside for our skill set than Jimmy Garoppolo. But I don't know if they. But and you know what it is? Jimmy too damn nice. Pete Carroll don't do nice. You gotta have some dog in you.
This man Choir Boy as his quarterback.
Russell Wilson used to talk mash to them players. And listen, that was Russ' team, and that's what. And guess what? He not there anymore. Neither is he. Look, all I'm saying is Pete Carroll. Baker is a dog, and I think Baker would fit in Seattle, which closes the door.
You ever stop to wonder how much they really didn't like Russell Wilson in Seattle? That man didn't make the playoffs one time, bro. They hated him. They did not like him. So maybe you want something with Pete not liking nice guys, man.
Bro, you knew they didn't like him. Every year they wouldn't build the offensive line, yo. Like they made it plain, Russ, we trying to get you hurt.
Yeah.
They made it plain. Russ, you gonna have to figure this out, dog. You know what I mean? Like they made it clear and plain. And Russ overcame adversity just about every time. Now he's gotten hurt. I mean, he got hurt. He was hurt last year, right? But I'm just saying, look, it's a crazy situation. If I'm the 49ers to answer the question, though, I got two options. One, I'm on the phone with Casero from Houston, and I'm like, look, ain't no way you need an insurance plan on Davis Mills. So if you're really in on Davis Mills, you're going to want the best start and backup quarterback in the league because that's how they're going to have to sell Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not a better backup quarterback in the league.
Okay.
You bring it's the same shit. It's the same thing they did with Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
The issue with the Texans is, Mike, let me say, you're the Texans, right? What would you give me for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Right now?
Right now. Oh, let's say I passed the physical. What would you give me for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Passes the physical?
Passes the physical.
So then he's coming in to be my starter.
He's coming to be, that's how you're thinking, right?
Yeah. If he passed the physical, he's my starter.
So what's your offer? I want a second. A second. I need 2 seconds.
I'll give you a second this year and a future third that can be a second if he plays 80% of the games. I
don't know if I'm selling this shit, but I'll take that shit in a heartbeat. A conditional third for 2024. You can even make that shit in 2025 for all I care. 2020. I'm just saying that should be the offer for Jimmy Garoppolo. You're giving me a second. He's going to be your starter. You get to develop Davis Mills. It's the same thing, and it's only going to cost you a second and a conditional third. And that's not a lot for Jimmy Garoppolo, but for the 49ers, the front office, they win. Why? Because their return on investment. They ended up getting a future pick. Now, if they trade Jimmy Garoppolo, they no longer get the comp pick. So that's why that third feels good.
It has to be a second because the comp pick is likely to be a fourth or a third.
It has to be a second because I paid a second, so I want my second. But what I'm saying is, and Jimmy, to me, in my opinion, Jimmy's a second round pick. Like he's a starting quarterback that can literally come in and win you games. He could win you minimum 10 games. Let's keep it a buck. That's what he do.
He's not the worst quarter. I know how we feel because in big moments we felt like
fucking terrible. But to the league, he can win you 10 games.
But on the flip side of us saying that we feel like he's terrible, Jimmy Garoppolo has led some game-winning drives.
Facts. These are facts, Mike. These are facts.
We discredited it because in the biggest moments, Super Bowl and NFC Championship game, we feel like he let us down. But the truth of the matter is Jimmy wins more than he loses. And with the game on the line, the last 2 minutes, he will march your team down the field and get in field goal range if y'all down by 1 or 2, bro.
The only time that didn't go in our favor was in the Rams game.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
We can chalk it up. We can say because he was injured.
I mean, if you wanted to make that argument, yeah, you could.
I'm just saying. You could say dude had a bum shoulder, apparently, because he needed surgery, and he had a massive thumb. So you could say he was injured.
Right.
I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying that's what people could say.
I want to respond to this comment here. They say, Mike and Breezy, if your job hires your replacement with you knowing and helping train, are you being nice and leaving gracefully, or are you leaving with a chip on your shoulder? The reason I put this up here and it's not a contribution is because there's something that you're leaving out of this. It's not this simple, right? I've been hired by another company and I trained my replacement guy. But you know why I did it gracefully? It's because I was getting more money or the same money at the other place. If somebody wants to hire me and I have another job lined up, I'll take the other job and I'll be graceful on my way out the door because if things don't work over here, I want to be able to go back to my other job. You know what I'm saying? See, with Jimmy doing this, if what he's trying to say is the chip on the shoulder is why he nice play on words, by the way, because the chip in the shoulder.
I got it.
So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but if that's what he's implying, that he used that shoulder surgery as a chip on the shoulder, like to give the final FU to the Niners, like he's ruining future money. He could have got traded with that same contract. He could have got traded, and now $25.5 million is the base of your salary. Now Jimmy ain't gonna go nowhere and get $20 million. He's not gonna get $20 million nowhere.
He might get 17.
Right. What did Jameis Winston just get? That's what Jimmy's gonna get.
Right. Because he's in that tier of quarterbacks. He's gonna get a 2-year deal for whatever that is. Same thing. Him, Mariota, Winston, same tier.
Yep. And that's why it's worse for Jimmy than what it is, in asking us that question. Now that was my answer. I don't know what your answer is. I'm a not burn bridge type of guy. So I might not like it, but I'm a great actor. So I could put up the front, I'll train the dude, and I'll be on my way. And that's if I don't have something like Mike had. That's if I don't have another situation to get to. So I know y'all think I'm just saying, oh, I'm bull crapping. No, I'm not. Like, look, I'm like, I think they hire my whatever, but I'm gracefully ready to walk away from what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. You can hire a whole daggone brigade. I don't think I'm not going back. So good luck. But no, I definitely get your point where he was trying to come at us with that, with the chip on the shoulder and stuff like that. Would you train your next upcoming? I mean, I do it all the time, but I just don't like to burn bridges, because you know what? At the end of the day, that person ain't gonna be able to do it like I do it. And guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get a phone call. Matter of fact, this happened to me in my teaching career. I remember getting let go from a school, right? And I was heartbroken. I'm like, what the freak? What did I do? So they tried to say that I didn't attend a certain like workshop meeting, whatever. Even though I went to the meeting, had the at the Yale Symposium, got the bag, had my notes, had the mug. I had every proof of me being at the meeting, right? And then that didn't work, so they let me go. And then lo and behold, there were 2 schools out there that wanted me, and they couldn't figure out why I wasn't on the working at the Board of Ed. And so those 2 principals made my supervisor rehire me, and she had to eat crow. And I've been teaching ever since. But see, you have to leave gracefully, though.
But I left gracefully. I didn't leave storming out. You know what I mean? You know, that type of stuff. But see, this is where Jimmy's effing up. Because Jimmy did leave gracefully. I would say Jimmy held himself really good. Great character, took it on the chin, was cool, right? Now he doing the team dirty. See, I didn't go and throw my school under the bus. I ain't start putting I ain't go say, yo, I gotta do this, and this school sucks, and I ain't do any of that. I let it be what it is. Jimmy, that surgery, that's a slap in the face. Because it's the timing, and so he's being vindictive with his decisions. Like that's you don't do that, not to a team that had you in their best interest. Well, Jimmy, you know, we drafted your replacement. We're gonna be letting you go, but listen, we're gonna work out the situation and put you into the best possible situation we could find. And can we answer, before we get to these rest of these contributions, because I know we got to go, but can we answer this no trade clause bull crap thing? Like, guys, it's a no trade clause, and it didn't expire until March 16th. So even if the trade season was over, Jimmy still could have declined any pending trades that the 49ers wanted them to go to. They can't. No, I'm not going to do it. That's how a no trade clause works, just to clear that up for those that were out there in the space world.
Which is why Deshaun Watson was able to pick his destination.
I just wish people understood it. Like, it doesn't work for one way for one quarterback and not for the other, guys. Come on. Use your brain cells, Sams. Use your brain cells.
Right. I put this comment up here because this person, L Black 65, made a $1.99 contribution. This was the comment right before it. It says, JG has no value. The league has spoken. I know I'm jumping ahead with the other contributions.
You're not, bro. We're flowing right now. This is an ad-lib show.
He's actually right. I'm going to tell you why he's right.
He's 100% right.
You are what the market says you are. There's no such thing as an overpaid player, right? As mad as I was about George Kittle's contract, and I said I wouldn't have reset the market, I wouldn't have done this, right? Yep. I never said George Kittle was overpaid, because that's the value the Niners had on him. I said I wouldn't have paid him that much. I said I would have been just fine giving him $12 million a year, not $15 million a year, because he still would have been the highest paid tight end in the NFL. I said giving him $15 million was a lot because the next closest guy at the time was Austin Hooper, who was getting $10 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't have to do it again, bro. I appreciate it. I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. But I had you, man. That's why I put your other comment up there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, Mike. When you tweet, do you keep receipts? I'm not that type of a person.
No, I'm not. I'm
not.
Right.
But there's a tweet that I said that, now the league, and this was 2 weeks ago. Now the league is finally seeing who Jimmy Garoppolo really is, blah, 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 blah. And everybody still thought he was going to be traded. And this is that and the third. And here we go. 2 weeks later, we're here. Jimmy's a 49er. And we'll see him at training camp.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to these contributions and then we'll get out of here. But yeah,
all right, bro.
I don't keep receipts because people remind me of every bad take that I have.
But it's not even about it being a bad take. It's just the simple fact that, like, we put it out there and y'all could take it for good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's just clear. I'm not saying trust everything we say, but just take it for what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could disagree with it, but it's clear. Y'all knew Jimmy had zero value, man. The motherfucker can't stay healthy. That already declined his value. Like, look, Mike, you telling me you got somebody for me, he can get you mad wins, but he ain't gonna play 5 games a year. 5 times how many years we talking about? Because if that's 5 games a year and it's 5 years, 25 wins in 5 years, that's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want that.
That's horrible.
I'm sorry. I could rant all day.
No, you good.
Said Breezy, I'm back.
All right, so let's hit these contributions, man. Did you say what you would do with Jimmy? I know that was what the big question.
I thought was. I did. I might not have. Me personally, I'm gonna keep Jimmy until he passes the physical because then I get the upper room again. You know what I'm saying? I get the upper level, so I gotta keep him until he passes that physical because that's gonna be my leverage. He passes the physical. Now I could cut you bicky ficky. Right. I had to make sure I played that out.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I can cut you, and there's no injury guarantee.
There's no injury guarantee.
You make up something that you can't pass the physical still, guess what? Guess what? That means you're going on IR and you ain't playing for nobody this year.
Yeah. Which they still have the upper room. It's just still going to cost them $25 million, though.
No. Not on IR. IR is the injury guarantee.
Oh, so he gets the $7.5 million.
That's it. And then we start this whole process over again, all over next year.
But that's gonna drive. Look, I don't care where Jimmy go. As long as Trey Lance is starting and ain't no ripple in the room, I'm good.
Last little one, quick yes or no, and then we'll do these comments because I'm down to 15% on this tablet here. If you can't do anything with Jimmy, worst case scenario, would you restructure him or cut him and then sign him back with a contract where he's the backup quarterback?
There's no way Jimmy would re-sign with the 49ers.
Okay. But would you do it though?
If I'm Jimmy, would I re-sign with the 49ers?
No. If you're the team, would you attempt it? You just said Jimmy.
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely attempt it. Like I'm looking out for the best for the team. Jimmy Garoppolo is the best backup quarterback out there.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. All right, so let's get to these contributions that we missed. Don't worry, guys, we got y'all. Okay, we didn't miss them. I starred them all. All right, so Ollie Bear starts out with an apology to you. I owe you an apology, Professor Breezy. It is about his shoulder. That's what the Colts said. Hey, Professor Mike, mahalo, Ali.
Mahalo to you. Yeah, it is no need for apologies. It's just always been about his shoulder. Like I know, Mike, we were arguing because you said it was minor, and I was like, but Mike, it's a throwing shoulder, dog. Like you're not gonna question that, bro.
Right.
Like, can you imagine a baseball coach hiring a pitcher like directly after Tommy John surgery? I mean, if they do, they got a plan. Like they could stash him and got some other pitchers, right? You can't do that in football. You 3 quarterbacks at the most, and usually your other 2 are trash.
Yeah, exactly. I got you, man. Y'all nailed it. Y'all nailed it. Sean Shepard says, time to boycott this team financially if they roll out Jimmy G again. I ain't buying. Look at his stats. Doggy bag. Be breast fan. Sean is right though, man. I told y'all. I said I wouldn't watch the games live. If Jimmy comes back on this team as the starter, I'm not watching the games. I'm not.
I'm with you. I'll watch bowling or something, yo, or I'll watch other games.
I'll watch Red Zone. I'm not watching this team. I will not watch this team. I mean it. I mean it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I won't rewatch, but I ain't watching them live. They won't get my rating.
Nope.
And they won't get my streaming rating.
I hear you, bro. They can't. There's no way Jimmy Garoppolo will be on this roster.
Are you trying to convince yourself, or are you like?
I think that was the convince myself talk because. Did you see me switch the voice too? I think there's no way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Niner by Nature says Jimmy wants to get cut to join the Seahawks. Great content, fellas. The
Appreciate
Seahawks
you, bro.
The Seahawks don't want. The Seahawks don't want.
Pete Carroll would quit if the game week 3. Pete Carroll will retire week 3. That's a quarter of the season.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Niner by Nature is in here again. He says Jimmy might stay. John Lynch is on record saying he has 2 twos on the table. No. John Lynch is not on record. This is how I knew today was going to be a bad day for Jimmy Garoppolo, because Mike Florio put that bullshit out. Y'all cannot believe a single word Mike Florio said. Oh,
but here's the thing: was a bunch of people co-signing and getting the same thing.
No, people were retweeting his tweet.
Nah, son, like Don.
I didn't see anybody else say it. Find me a tweet where somebody else said it, and that
wasn't from the retweet from Florio. Okay,
yes,
because it definitely came out of a Florio article.
Yep. And you cannot believe anything. Listen, I told y'all when I stopped believing anything Mike Florio said. There was a game that was on, and he was like, "Oh, Alvin Smith is eligible to come back from suspension early." It was like right before we played on national television, and then Trent Baalke came out and was like, "That's not an option." I don't know where he got that from. Like, that's never been an option. The league didn't notify us of that. Oh shit, that's not true at all. I'm in the middle of a hurricane. Sorry. So no, don't believe anything that Mike Florio ever says about this team, guys. Ever. And I just plugged up. See, power cells, baby. What? Y'all can't stop me. All right. Jimmy, he's on record saying he has two twos on the table. If we cut Jimmy, that's a fireable offense for John Lynch. Thank you, fellas. Now, this is interesting. What if Jed York believes that? Does he call John Lynch and say, "Hey, did you really say that?" And John Lynch says, "No, I didn't say that." And then Jed York says, "Well, did you have an offer for Jimmy?" And what if the answer is yes? If the answer is yes, and he didn't take it, is that a fireable offense? Forget the compensation for 1 second.
All right, so let me give you my scenario of what I think happened. I think there was an offer for Jimmy for 2 twos. I think this was this offseason. I think the Washington Commanders was that team. I think the Washington Commanders was willing to give up what they wanted for Jimmy Garoppolo. Was willing to give up what the 49ers wanted for Jimmy Garoppolo. I think John Lynch had it in the bag. And I think the moment the shoulder surgery situation went out, they started looking elsewhere. They started to see what they can get. They probably hit up that Carson Wentz deal. It was less than 2 twos. And they was like, bump it. Let's go with Wentz. They checked whatever they needed to do. And they took the ready to start day 1 guy over the guy that's not ready to start. So maybe that article, and I'm not giving Mike Florio no props, but maybe that's just that was the beginning and it's just coming out. So maybe that's true. Maybe it is true. It didn't say when the motherfucking 2 twos happened, 22 twos, which I know about that. It didn't say when. It just said that was an offer. So y'all gotta read between the lines. That's my job. My job is to be sort of semi-optimistic about stuff, because I be like, wait a minute. Like, maybe this is for real. And so if that's the case, which we will never know until Washington comes out and says, yeah, man, we offer 2 twos. You know what I'm saying? And word on the street is Jimmy didn't want to go there. And if this is before March 16th, how is that not valid, Mike?
I like it, man. The conspiracy theory. But hey, listen, bro, I'm with it. Now I'm about to go on mute. I'm gonna jump in from my phone. That way we can finish this up, okay? I'm gonna go on mute and jump in from my phone real quick.
For sure. So while Mike is on mute, man, like you got to understand what's going down. Jimmy Garoppolo is a 49er. He's probably going to be here for and Jimmy Garoppolo will be a 49er until he passes the physical. I'm telling you that's exactly what it's going to be. Mike is saying no, but I'm telling you that's what it's going to be. Oh, okay. Let me read the comment from Sean. Jim is a Dodge Colt with 3 wheels and a prime. They act like he's a sports car. Wait, yeah, like a Lamborghini. Looks fast, but is slow and breaks down. Craigslist wouldn't want him. If y'all don't know what Craigslist is, go Google Craigslist, because that used to be the joint before Facebook Market Live and all these like the store app selling type of thing. So Craigslist was the joint. You know what I'm saying? You meet all kind of people on Craigslist, murderers, you name it, you find them, they there. Like, you know, I need a murderer to do something for me. They would do it for $25. I promise you, Craigslist was the joint. Anyway, I think Mike and the rest of the world out there that's listening. Number one, shout out to everybody that's watching the show right now, because this is letting me know.
Connected to Elder Mike.
Sorry, that was my Bluetooth.
Yeah, that definitely didn't sound like Siri. That sounded like a.
My bad.
Oh, no, you're good.
You,
no, I just wanted to give everybody a shout out for tuning in on this early joint that you put up here, man. I appreciate it. So if I can get, I don't know how many people are watching, but if they can all make sure at 8 p.m. they jump off to the Wayne Breezy channel, we're going to do the Nitty Gritty Niners show. You know what I'm saying? And we'll continue this conversation on there. We're going to break down some free agents and things like that on the show as well. But listen, it's going to be a crazy next 3-4 months, yo. Yo, I just nothing we could do but just eat it. Just got to eat it. We just got to sit here and just eat it. And it's not that we're eating crow. It's just we got to eat and swallow the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo will be here until he's not. All right. And I think once we understand that and just accept that, then we can finally start getting sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you what free agency effed me up. Right? Because I missed the Travarius Ward signing. So I'm like, oh, I'm not missing Jimmy Garoppolo. I will stay awake until I can't stay. I am so tired, bro. Like, listen, it's bad, but I'm going to accept that Jimmy Garoppolo will be here until he passes the physical. And then we won't. So they'll probably try him out in May, right, Mike? Isn't that the first time teams report to the camp for the OTAs? Or is he not going to be allowed to throw in May? I don't know if he'll be able to throw in May, but if he's able to throw, because they said not until June, right? So now we got to wait till training camp. This is going to be tough. So we got to wait till July. We got to wait till like after the 4th of July. This is going to be crazy. So we got April.
We got walkie-talkie. Yo, what y'all know about the walkie-talkie life? Yes, how can I help you? Over.
I remember Nextel.
Grilled cheese is on the table.
Mommy said dinner's ready, y'all.
She said grilled cheese is on the table. Could you shit one of them joints like Airborne Express or something real quick? Man, that junk sound blazing.
Yeah, that's what the babies wanted for dinner tonight. So I know it's yours. That I'm on the show.
That's why I love kids, because they keep the food simple. You know, grilled cheese, pizza,
you giving me a
hot
flower?
dogs, spaghetti.
You want me to show everybody the flower you got?
Real simple.
Anybody know what kind of tree this is? This is off of my tree in my front yard. So
nah, but that's dope.
This tree, it blew after 2 days of warmth. It blooms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing, and then after 3 days of cold, they all fall.
It goes away. Yeah, I got the same thing.
They don't just go like they fall, and then I gotta get my yard done because
I see what you're saying.
Slide out here. I don't know what this is, but these things come all year round. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're purple like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they are, man. I don't know. But yeah, man. Now, you know, Jimmy's got to go, man. We got another contribution here. Castro says, I want to see Niners versus Raiders on Super Bowl. Ooh, that would be
Raiders fan, huh?
That would be interesting, huh?
Hey, Castro, are you from Vegas? Just curious, because I'll be out there for the draft. I know you're a Raiders fan, but you seem like cool peoples, man. We can link up, man. I'll be out there.
And if y'all better not miss Wayne's show tonight. I promise y'all better not miss Wayne's show tonight, man. It's at 8:00. Get on over there. And after Wayne's show is over, because that's probably gonna go for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you know then we got the Midnight Madness. We back here.
The Midnight Madness is coming right back.
Wayne has to be knocked out. I don't know how Mike do it, yo. I don't know. Do you drink energy? Like, I know you're not drinking Rays, but you got a shot of something. Something got to keep you awake, bro.
It's the energy drinks you told me about, man.
The Rays energy drinks, they do that. Okay, shout out to Rays, man. We'll do that on my show. Yeah.
What you got to do.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But nah, great show, man. Look, Jimmy ain't going nowhere. I was talking about this on my IG Live, man, on my Insta earlier today. And he's not going anywhere. Where's he gonna go? Where are you gonna send Jimmy? Huh? There's no team in Alaska. There's no team in Connecticut. I'm trying to think of all the states that don't have actually NFL teams. Like this, like unless they create a new team.
Hey man, you think an expansion team would want Jimmy? When they did expansion team, weren't they allowed to like take one player from each team?
From each team, yeah.
It was something crazy like that, right?
I bet you it won't be Jimmy.
I don't know. He might be the best available quarterback to start.
Yo, you remember these shirts, bro? I'm gonna rock this shirt for the rest of the night.
Oh my god! And people were so hyped, man. They knew that was gonna be the year. That was the revenge tour. Remember?
No cap. It's the first time I ever wore this shirt.
Oh my god!
No cap,
funny,
bro.
Man.
First time I ever put this shirt on. It's like,
all right, man. Let's get up out of here, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all been great. We just had to get that off of our chest, man. Jimmy Garoppolo. Listen, I went on and I kept saying that the 49ers had the upper hand. I thought that the Niners knew what they were doing. Not that they didn't, but I didn't even think that the injury screwed the Niners the way that everybody else thought. I was wrong. And it came out today. Diana, what's her last name for ESPN? Diana something. She came out and said that the Colts were in on Jimmy Garoppolo, but they weren't comfortable with him coming in to learn a new system and have no ability to throw during team workouts. And wow. I still think that's weird because there's not a lot of throwing that's going on. That's about fitness and getting your bodies in shape and back in the football shape. So I didn't really quite understand that for a quarterback, but you know, it is what don't bring that trash on the gritty, breathing.
She's so gritty, bro. I don't.
It'll be. Oh, you might not have these conversations publicly.
No.
We there? All right. Let's get up out of here, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I'm gonna be in the chat during your show, man. I can't wait to watch, man. I love y'all, man.
Appreciate
y'all be
you,
doing
bro.
the damn thing over there. I like you, so. All right, you ready to go, man? What'd you say?
Let's go, man. Let's get up out of here.
All right, prepare for glory.
Anticipate Jimmy Garoppolo's ass staying on the 49ers. That's pain. That's pain.
That's
but always
pain. That's real pain right there. But always remain faithful. We out of here, y'all. One.
We all gas, no brakes.
Oh man.
Up, no fakes. We spinning, we
Is it playing?
We high stakes, we never miss, we all makes. Look
Are
at
we
the
still
dudes
live?
trying to prove.
Muted though. We were muted.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing